This is my first tutorial video that I promised in my last video that I will start creating, and the first business idea that came into my mind is the thing that I'm actively looking in the last 5 days and looking for people who can do it on the level that I am looking for. Seems like it's very hard. I'm pretty sure there are the right people who can do it, but I'm pretty sure they're like super expensive, which for this project I cannot pay as much as they want, like thousands of dollars. Or the ones that have a reliable price are not good, even though on the marketplace where you can find them, they are the best. Like they have 500 reviews and 4.9 stars. And I paid them a test order and the results are disappointing completely. The first one was cheaper and the results was trash. The second one is like the star and the results are trash but better. So what I'm talking about is mockups. So mockups, for those who don't know, are a set of images where you can place the design on top of it. So it looks like this product exists, but it doesn't. Because this is related to a business model called print on demand, which I love because you can start it right away without investments, and you can have thousands and thousands of products out there online, showcasing them without having any physical product in your hand, without even touching the product, without even seeing the product. So how this works? You're having a design for a t-shirt. You look for an image online where you take pictures of a model in a black t-shirt, and then in Photoshop you have to add the design on top of it and to present it online as you would have this print in your shop already. But because we're selling online, it's not required to have it in stock, to have all the sizes, all the colors and so on. You can just have pictures and they will do the work for you. And you can have it with pretty much any type of product you can imagine that has some kind of print on it. Or shape, right? Like you can sell metal art, metal shapes that are, by the way, very popular without having it. Like there's another company that has a square of metal and then you can give them a design of anything of a tree and then they will cut it and then they will ship it. Great model, love it. It's amazing and made, I think, like billions of dollars as an industry. And I really advise for anyone who is starting or who wants to take it serious, like you can make real money. And if you don't know me, why I have the right to talk about it, because I'm in this specific business model, print on demand, for the last 11 years. That's the first product that I started to sell online, and till today, I'm selling this product online. It's Canvas prints actually, and I'm creating multiple satellite projects and businesses around this specific business model. So without further ado, let's jump into my computer. I will share my screen and I will show you what I found interesting. For my new project where we automate art with the help of AI, I was looking for someone who can help me with a creation of mockups because I need them in bulk, a lot, high quality, the best quality, so nobody on the market can compare with what we have to offer, because everybody, our competitors, what they offer is boring as hell in my opinion. Like honestly, I can criticize all day long because pretty much a lot of them are newbies. They can create art, but when it comes to mockups, they don't know exactly how to present it in the best lighting possible. Only few of them can have something interesting. Everybody else is boring. They just have pictures of the wall and then throwing some designs on it without thinking too much about lighting, shadows, and the images doesn't look 100% natural. But that's one of the key success of this business. This needs to look natural. Like someone who is scrolling, they have to enjoy this process. Like they have to be like in a high-end magazine where they're listing one page after another, and then they're like, well, I want to take a look one more time, you know? So was searching for people And I started with Fiverr, of course, as I said already, like the top guys provided a really low type of mockups, nothing creative. They just copied whatever I sent them, but one of the requirements was make something that will amaze me and I will pay you more than what you're asking. But do something that is better than what I do, because like seems like this is your main job. Like I do a lot of things and I'm not spending all day long creating mockups, but you should be way better than me because that's your job, right? So I'm not gonna share, like that's the accounts that not the accounts, but the tabs that I have right here where they deliver the job. I'm not gonna share their names, so I don't want to offend anyone. It's just my objective opinion as someone who is doing it for a long time, not professionally, but and then I found a company that is doing it for a very long time, and I reach out to their CEO, talk to him, and he told me like, yeah, we can do that. They're doing a pretty decent job, but it's gonna take a week to create a set of 20 mockups. I'm like, dude, that's not what I'm looking for. Like 1 week is too long. Like in the business world where speed matters, 1 week for just one set, that's insane. And I saw their portfolio on their website, and this portfolio sent me to this marketplace that I forgot about it. Like before, I was browsing really often, and now I looked for canvas prints mockups or canvas print mockup, and I was searching. That's some cool concepts, but you know, just having white background is not enough. And I got some cool ideas from here. And then I'm like, but actually this is a very interesting business because let me show you some numbers behind it. All right, so let me search the shop that I was looking at. I'm not sure how long it's gonna take. As we can see, we have 600,000 offers. So listings where people are selling things like this. All right. Well, let me open any random one. All right. This white background mockups are really cool, but they should be one of the mockups in your sequence of 10, 20 mockups. But I'm looking at something, let's say here, 200 pieces, $59. Interesting. All right. We have here for $14, something cheaper. And we have here for $14. I need to see something that is more expensive. So let's go to, we have the popular trending, which is good. All right. Let's go to high to low. 7,000. Oh, that's interesting. All right. Like I didn't know someone is offering something like that. 800. Let's look into this really fast because I'm just curious. All right, this is the shop. They have 2,500 sales. Interesting, isn't it? They're since 2014, that's not good, like they're for a very long time, but their prices are impressive. So I'm not gonna focus too much on this. $17. Extended commercial, it's $56. And this shop has 2,600, 1.5 review. Well, not a good example. 12 reviews. This specific listing, it has 12 reviews and not the shop per general, like Etsy. Extended commercial, $500. And you will be amazed. If you're not into this world, you will think like, who is crazy to pay that kind of money? Yes, they are people and companies who are paying for that. Not a lot. Usually people are paying like personal $59 or commercial $89 if they don't want to get in some kind of trouble. Let's look at this store. 13,000 sales since 2019. That's pretty good. The prices are pretty good. And look what they offer. All right. This, and so on. So they have a lot of options. And maybe you'll say right now, well, but good for them. They're designers, they're photographers, like they know what they do, like they do it for a long time. How this applies to me, what I can learn from this process. Well, the good news is that to create this is not that complicated. You just need to pay attention. You just need to ask the right questions on YouTube, to watch some tutorials, maybe to find a course. I'm pretty sure someone has a course on how to create mockups, because there are a lot of there is a lot of demand. The money are really good. You're selling digital products, and if I could say thank you for just one thing that I learned, the most important from Alex Hormozi is for shifting my understanding of business. The best products or services to offer are something digital. Why? Because like a software or something digitally. Because you can create it once and then you can resell it unlimited times. You never run out of inventory, right? Because the code you wrote it once and you can resell it as many times as you want. But this is the same thing. Like this guy or this girl worked on it a very long time. I don't know how long, a month, 2 months. But this thing is feeding him for years. So it's worth to learn the skill. And by the way, I was referred to a girl who that person told me like she's really good at mockups and stuff like that. So I asked her for a test. She sent me some PS mockups, really basic, really simple, without thinking about like again the lighting, the shadows and so on. I was like, this is bad. No offense, but that's not the level that I'm looking at. And I created some videos for her showing really fast how she can improve whatever she did so she can understand the difference. And then I'm like, well, sorry, you are not at the level that I'm looking at right now, but probably in future we might work on something else. And then I got to a point in our conversation where I said, but you should know there in this industry there is good money and I'm paying good for that. So you can start learning how to do this, and it's gonna take you, I don't know, a month, 2, 3, 4. It depends how much you'll be involved in the process. But once you are done, you are passing the test, then let's work together. Then go on this website, create an account, and have a side business online that seems like it's paying really well. Because if we look at the traffic on this website, 3.5 million visits every single month. 3.3. That's pretty good for a platform that is selling stuff like that. So now the question is, well, how we can create one? The good news is that we are living in AI era. Getting images of the highest quality, it was never easier. Before you had to buy them, before you had to create them, before that, like there was a complicated process. Now with just a prompt like words that you don't have to create, you just have to ask the right question. AI, he's gonna spit the prompt. You will test if it works. You will create multiple versions to see which one is the best. And then on top of it, you are creating the mockup. And then you are listing it right here. You are creating a Fiverr account. Then you are looking for people who are selling stuff like this. And then you are creating an offer for them. Hey, what's up? I see that you are doing this. I want to show you an example of what I can do for you, a set of mockups. And you do the work for free for them. You take their image, you put it in your mockups, and you are sending them a preview so they can see it. And from 10 people, how many you think, if you are doing a great job, like assuming you are doing a great job, like if you are doing a mediocre job, then just do not reach to people, even though I believe you will still make sales, but it's going to be harder for you, and nobody wants mediocre talent on the market. Like improve it. Just have a task to do better and better every single day. Stay on this task. Do not do anything else. Do not get distracted. And in a couple months, you'll become really valuable on the market. So let me show you actually how fast, how easy it is to create something like this. All right. First thing first, we need to create the scene where we will place our mockup. But when I'm saying mockup, it can be for anything that has a print on it. And you have to create the decoration that goes good, that brings the product in the best lighting, that creates some kind of atmosphere around the product, that gives more value to your product. So start with talking to AI. Tell him your vision. Like, hey, I need some interior design. It should be modern. It should be clean. It should be minimalist. And go on YouTube or go on Google and just write the words like minimalistic interior design and get some ideas of the furniture. Give your brain as much context as possible, because if you'll feed like reading, if you'll feed your brain with more words, with more combination of words, with different ways of articulating a thought, of saying it, of explaining it, then your brain will find it easier to produce a new thought, a new image, a new something, right? That's why you have to get as much information into your brain to load it, upload it here, and then you will be able to be more creative. So I asked already, I don't want this video to be like super long, and this is what I created, and I really love it. And then you can use, by the way, I'm using Firefly from Adobe, and here they have Gemini, Nana Banana, they have ChatGPT Image 2, and you can create pretty much for free, so to say, images of different aspect ratio. I'm creating them in square, 2K, because I want the quality to be good. And after I created the first example right here, I changed the angle. So you can do that, like, hey, keep the same exact details of this image, but change the angle. Make it from a bird eye view. Make it from a worm eye view. That's the expression. You have to learn that as well. Like, hey, ChatGPT or whatever AI you're using, teach me the terminology that will help me better understand angles, lighting, scenes, color, tones, and so on and so on. And he will explain you, like, it's going to give you the words or a combination of words and then explanation. So then it's going to be easier for you to create something. So we will work with this example. I will download the image, or actually, let me move this. I will download the image and I will drop it in Photoshop. All right, now that we have it, I will make my video smaller. What we need to do here is to create the smart object. The smart object, take your time, go and learn about it. It's the thing that invented Adobe or Photoshop. It's more well known. That is able to be a separate document that is saving the initial size, aspect ratio, or whatever, how you set it up, and then you can put something on top, save it, and then it's gonna come back in the shape that you created. I don't know how, like, what kind of explanation, and if it was somehow usable for you right now to understand, but I promise I will show you, and it's gonna be easier to understand than my words. So, first of all, we need to understand what is the size, what is the aspect ratio. Aspect ratio is something like, if we're saying 1 by 1, it means this, the length is 1 and the length and the width is 1. So it doesn't matter how big it is, but the aspect ratio is 1 by 1. So it's always going to be square. So there's two things to talk here. Like, there's a size, actual size, like let's say 50 inches, and there is aspect ratio. So for this specific canvas, aspect ratio is 2 by 3. So we'll create a 2 by 3 size, and 2 by 3 is going to be 2000 pixels by 3000 pixels. All right, and the resolution 100 is more than enough. And I always love to work with this bright green color, just because I know that people in Hollywood are using it as a green screen. So it's easier to notice it, to understand the contrast on the picture. So I will use this tool that is called Move Tool, and I will take it and I will drop it on top of this image. All right, just like that. And then I will make it a little bit smaller so we can see the entire size. All right, and I will accept it. So now what I need to do, this is just a layer. This is just a picture, right? If I will click right here and then I'll convert this to a smart object, this is what's gonna happen. Let's say I'm gonna change the, let's distort it or warp. Let's create it like this. All right, and now you'll understand like in a second why exactly I'm doing that. So I gave it like a very weird shape, and if I will click 2 times, like let me close this one so we don't get confused. If I'll double click on it, update, it's gonna open in a new layer right here, in the new tab, better to say. All right, let me change the, okay. So it's gonna open in the new tab. So whatever I will do here, whatever changes I will apply, like let me draw something. Because of my video, I cannot select it easily. All right. All right, let me draw this. And now I will save it. I will use Command S, where you can go to Files and then to save it from here. And look what's gonna happen. This image will get here and it's gonna get this deformation that I created previously. Or if I will drop an image here, just like that, I chose this image, I think it's really cool. All right, now I will accept it. And if I will save it, this is what's gonna happen. It's gonna take the shape that I gave it previously. All right, but of course we don't want to do that, so I will hit Command Z, 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 and it's gonna get to the initial form. So now what we want to do from here is to transform it, to transform its size, all right? So I will click Command T, and then I will right click on it, and then I will do distort. So distort means you can move the angles however you want. So I will put it on top of each corner right here, all right? Cool. Now I will zoom in. That's why we need a high quality image, so we can zoom in and it's not pixelized. And then we want to make sure that we put this, that's why we have the green color, so we can see the contrast, like where this is ending, so we can put it right on top. So now we have just the shadows, all right, just enough. Okay, I'll go down here and I will put it, if you're paying attention here, I'm seeing the last, lines of pixels of this canvas. So I'm making sure that I'm putting it right above it. And this is moving more pixels than I need. That's why I can click on Option button, and then it's gonna move pixel by pixel. All right, because we need to be very exact. So now there's no sign of the canvas behind it, which is exactly what we needed. So I will zoom out, I will go to this corner, and pay attention to the fact that I'm not covering the thickness of the canvas. And in just a moment, I will explain you what exactly I'm doing here and why I'm doing it that way. All right. All right, there's no sign of the canvas behind. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to use the lighting and the shadows of this picture generated by AI. So I don't need to do it in Photoshop, because in Photoshop, rarely they look realistic. Like you cannot do a great job because the way Photoshop works. But with the help of AI, now it's a paradise for designers and for creators. All right, so I will make sure that this, as you can see this line here that is more in shadow, I'm not going beyond it, and I don't have any signs of the canvas behind it. Maybe something here, but we can always do an extra touch when we are finishing and when we will put the final image on top. So here I see that I actually see a little line of the canvas. All right, looks good to me. So here's what we have. Here's the result. This. We'll save it. Looks pretty good. As you can see, like the shadows are looking perfect. The shadows, but not the lighting. we'll work on this a little bit at the end. So let's do a test. Double click, a new tab will open. So I will use the image from this side and I will put it on top here. Cool. And I will save it, Command S, and here's what we have. That's how it looks so far. Of course, there's a lot of work to do yet to make it 100% realistic, but it's good that we're having a real canvas behind it so we can get examples of what we need to add to make it realistic. So you'll ask me, well, what about the thickness of the canvas? We might leave it the way it is because there's a lot of prints and painting that have the painting on the face of the canvas, but a white color on sides. In my case, what I want to do is to mirror the last, let's say, inch. It depends how thick the canvas is to mirror it. So what I mean by that, and here's the trick that is really clever and interesting. If I will hit Command J, I will create an exact copy, a duplicate. It's a twin brother. And if I will take this twin brother right now and I will move it a little bit, or let me put it back, and I will go to Edit, Transform, Horizontal. This is what we have. The horizontal piece of this original one. And I will do, like previously, Command T to do the free transform. And then I will right click on it to distort, and I will make adjustments. So here I need to add it somewhere right here. Cool. All right, looks good. This doesn't look good to me, and we need to do something about it. And I don't know what to do about it. But that's why we have to have love for the process and to figure it out. Like, there is no problem that is not solvable where that wasn't solved before you. So you just have to try, look on YouTube what to do in this case, ask GPT and so on, and you will find the answer. All right, seems like I found it. Now it's matching. Let's click on it, and this is what we have. Like, this corner looks terrible, but here we have a match, here we have a match. It looks perfect to me. Now what we want to do is we want to cover the part that is that doesn't need to be here, right? The way we do it, the way I do it. Okay, and I will use this tool called polygonal lasso tool. I will zoom in, and then I will start selecting it and making sure that I'm not selecting any canvas artifacts, any canvas details, like the white color. I will keep just the black color that is not the canvas, but is the shadow of the canvas. All right, I'll go up, or I can just zoom out like this. All right, and I believe it's somewhere like this. All right, and now I have to connect it, and I will create a layer mask, so-called. Okay, I'll go down, and you will see in a moment what I'm doing here. All right, I need some more space, and then I will connect the dots, and you can see like this circle will appear. So now we have this selection of the thickness of the canvas, and I will select this layer, and then I will click on mask, layer mask, so-called. Boom. Now that we have the layer mask, look what's going to happen when I'll turn the opacity back to 100. All right, it disappeared. Like, this part is with black color painted. If I'll click on this mask and I'll paint with a black color, or actually let me paint with white color, I'm sorry. These details will appear, all right, but now they're masked. Okay, cool. Here's what we have. Here's the result. It looks better and better, but still there's a lot of work. So this layer should be behind, first of all, because it's less important. And also, again, as I said, we need to learn from the original, and seems like that part of the side is darker. And it makes sense because the light comes from the right hand side, from the window that we can see here, and it creates a shadow. So what do we do in this case? We want to go down here and to click on this button and to choose curves. But there's more options that it's better for you to explore and to see how they work. But for this example, I'll use curves. And here you can play with the curve that will change the tone, the tonality, and so on. So I will click on one more time on this because I missed it, curves. And here's the important thing. When you do some changes, it's gonna change the entire image, right? The entire things that are above this layer here. But what we need to do is we want this layer to affect only the layer that we want. And if I'll click on option and I'll put my mouse between those two and I'll click one time, now all the changes is, if you're paying attention now, all the changes that I'm making are affecting only this specific layer. So it's active inside that specific layer, which is really cool. So I will make sure that this side is darker, not too dark, make it realistically dark. All right, something like that. I think is enough. Cool. Now our canvas looks more realistic, right? So the last thing I would, not the last, the thing that I would do here, I would add some lighting on this corner. And here's what I mean. Look at this. If you pay maximum attention, you will see that the canvas is white, but the edge is brighter because that's how it works with the light. Like if light hits this side, first of all, it's gonna make it brighter. That's just how physics works. So I will double click, not on the name because then it's gonna change the name, but on the side here, double click, and it's gonna open this layer style. So I will apply styles to this layer. So again, play with all these things to understand what they do if you didn't before. And the first thing that I will use is bevel and emboss. All right, as you can see, just by selecting it, we have this extra lighting on the edges. So here we have the white color and here we have the dark color. So dark color should appear somewhere here, as you can see. All right, and the bright color will appear right here because the light comes from this side. Like we have to select it from what side. If the light comes from left, then the shadow will be on the right. If we're selecting that the light source is from the right hand side, then this is how it's gonna look. All right, so I'm gonna adjust it right the way I like it, and then I can adjust the opacity to make it. You see how this little thing makes the canvas look more natural, like into this picture. Look at this. All right, this dark color doesn't look really good, so I will turn it down a little bit, something like that, and I still can see now because of this. It's not only because of this, I still see the pieces of the canvas behind. But as I said at the beginning, it's really easy to solve this. All right, our canvas looks more natural now. I really like it. All right, it's pretty good, I would say. Pretty good. The fact that this looks a little bit pixelated, it's not really cool, but we can always solve this as well. All right, so let me take a look one more time. As I said, I will click on Command T, and then I will zoom in a little bit. Right click distort. I will take this corner and I will click on option and I will move it a little bit down so we don't see the white anymore. I'll hit enter and I will check one more time. Well, I don't see the white lines anymore. Here's good, here's good. I don't like this part. But as I showed you already with the border, you can click on layer mask, like I selected the frontal canvas, layer mask, and it's gonna be white by default. So I will choose the paintbrush and I will choose the black color, and look what's gonna happen. All right, so now let's zoom in and let's slowly delete this part. So if we'll zoom out, now it looks natural. So let's see if we can do the same thing for all corners if it's needed. If it's not needed, then it's not needed. All right, this corner, like it doesn't look natural to be as sharp. So that's why we have to add just a little bit of this roundness. And again, take example from the original part and you will see that it's exactly the same thing over there. All right. What I noticed about this piece is that it's not matching the tones 100% with the setting, so we have to fix it. The way we do it, I learned it from a guy that I paid, by the way. I found him on the internet and he was creating some amazing Photoshop work. And I paid him, I don't remember, $50 so he can teach me some techniques. And the only technique that I remember, there was two things: how to find images on Google that has the highest quality, and the second thing is what I'm about to show you. So we go again to this button and we go to curves and we click on between them. So this can affect only this layer, okay? And here's the thing that I don't kind of remember. It should be custom, negative, medium contrast. All right, let me test a little bit because that was a long time ago and I will show you. Guys, so I'll be honest, I could not find, like I was playing around to try to find the same exact technique that this guy teach me back in the day, but it seems like I need more time like to look into it. And the goal was to match the tones of the image with the tones of this specific layer that we're putting on top, so it can look natural. If the colors are too bright, but the scene is it's darker, where it has some kind of filter on it, then the image will look not natural. It's gonna look kind of weird. But that's why we want to adjust the same tonality, the same filters, the same colors, the same tones, so they can look like a perfect match. Like this image is from here, is not placed in Photoshop. So we can do it manually, like to try with our eyes to understand how this will look natural. Just playing like that is gonna get you there, but I will show you the professional way in the next video, because as of now I don't want to stretch this video to infinite. So I think we did a decent job, and also I will add something really important here. Because I collected a ton of this kind of mock-ups along the years, I have something like this that has the texture of the canvas. So what I can do here is I can copy it. That's the hack that I really advise you to do the same. So I will copy what gives this canvas this specific look. I will select them all with the shift, and I will start from the first, hold shift, and the last one, and then command, and then I will drag it on top of our image. And look what we will have as a result. You see the difference? This is like a digital image on top. This is how it looks with this texture of a canvas on top of it. So I will right click, Command T, right click, this sort, and I will do it like this, like this. It doesn't need to be perfect. Like this and like this, and I will explain you why in a sec. I will show you why in a second. All right, I just need the texture. I don't need the shadows. I don't need all this stuff because I have them already. Boom. And well, what I need to do here now is to put them all in one folder. So Command G, or to click on this, and it's going to create a group. All of them will be in this folder now. And I need to create a mask because, as you can see here, this goes above the canvas, which we don't need. So I will keep I will hold the command, and I will click one time on this layer, and this layer will be selected, as you can see here. But we need to select this layer as well. So I will hold the command, and I will keep the shift, but I will hold the shift button as well. And as you can see, this plus button will appear. but I don't want to click on this layer, but on the mask. Now we'll have selected the entire area, and we will go to group and we'll create a mask. And just like that, everything disappeared. And I will paint the area with black color so it can disappear completely. All right. And everything else is clean. Look at this. Look at our canvas now. How real this looks from 1 to 10. You tell me. And we, of course, it's a little bit too much. We will take down the opacity. And as you can see, like this canvas now started to look real. Like this black, it looks like a print that has some lighting on it. It's not like a black like here. It doesn't look real. But when you have like this specific tone of black, now it looks a canvas with a print and it looks real. So this way we can have a mock-up. And of course I would spend way more time to bring it to perfection, but you got the idea. You understood, like if you will spend 1-2 hours, now this file can be sold for $12-15. The digital file that you put some work into it, you put it online, and it's going to live forever and it's going to make sales forever. Even in today's day, I'm receiving orders for a thing that I posted on Redbubble. It's another print-on-demand platform. It was a sticker for "Do not smoke, fine $300." And I created for myself because back in the day I was also doing Airbnb with few apartments, and we catch someone who was smoking there, and I created. So I ordered them from this company. But how it works, like it's a long story. You post your design, they are fulfilling the orders, and you are receiving something like 15-20% out of each order. And till today's day, I'm receiving orders for $1, $20, like the net profit. $1, $20. It was like $50 a time. Someone ordered like 300 pieces. So this thing, and I always like it makes me smile that I did some work like many years ago for myself, for my needs, and someone is still buying it whenever they need. There's not a lot of orders, let's say maybe 15 a year, but it's always funny to realize that. It's just a good reminder. And I'm also always happy to receive money from the universe, like in all amounts. So the same thing applies here. You create this work once and you do volume. The name of the game in 2026, because everybody has AI and you can do a lot of volume, and everybody is really lazy, don't want to do the work for free. You be the one who is doing more, and then God will give you more. Like that's how it always worked. Always do volume. You have all the tools, you have AI. There is nothing that can stop you. You can hire other people, you can train them, you can do it together, you can, create a lot of interesting stuff. Yeah, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this long lesson, and I hope it was valuable to you. And if you liked it, drop something in the comments, some fire, some plus buttons, I don't know, something that will show me that you enjoy this kind of tutorials. So I will be motivated to create more for you, and maybe to go even more in depth, and maybe to structure them more, because this one I'm pretty sure I'm not going to cut, I'm not going to edit, but I want to go like to actually create some accounts, to post it, to make some sales, to show you like the actual process, not just theory that this can work like that. So drop some comments, drop some reactions. If it's bad, just tell me it's bad so I can improve. If it was good, it was valuable, say something. Thank you very much for watching.